What is up, guys? And in today's video we have the Nuphy Air60HE Hall Effect Edition, and this is going to be Nuphy's low profile Hall Effect keyboard that is super fast and super comfortable to use. Let's go ahead and unplug this bad boy before I show you the build quality, but obviously it does have RGB LEDs, super thin USB on the left side as opposed to the back. And then on the back here, where you typically do have the USB-C port, you have 3 mode switches. So if, let's say, you have a mode for Call of Duty, you have a mode for Fortnite, and you have a mode for typing, you can switch just with the flick of a switch. How about that, eh? Up top, you have some really nice feeling keycaps. You have Gateron Jade switches as well, which are pretty nice. I don't have any complaints with the switches. You guys will hear in the sound test, this keyboard sounds absolutely fantastic. And then just the overall build quality with the aluminum and the plastic is quite good as well. And then I usually don't even use any of the raised feet, because having this thing in its lowest profile setting is just super comfortable for me, and it feels very natural. Using this thing for the past couple of months has really spoiled me using low profile keyboards, because now when I go back to a regular keyboard, they just all feel super tall. So I really do appreciate Nuphy keeping all the best things about the Nuphy Air60 and bringing it to a gaming keyboard that is honestly good enough to compete with the Wootings of the world. If your microfiber cloth has a tab on it, just go ahead and pull it off, because I just ruined this. It's not stainless steel, but this mirror finish part on the back, not a big deal. It's on the back of the keyboard, so I'm really happy about that. But you got 2 different height adjustment levels in addition to just playing with it flat. So that's quite nice. One nice thing about the Air60HE, the keycaps are quite nice, and Nuphy also gives you some of these transparent keycaps in the box to kind of switch up the look of your keyboard. And this nice purple theme is just a bit different than the normal red or blue that you usually see from a lot of gaming brands. And then here we have the Nuphy.io site, where you can mess with the profiles on your Air60, so you can mess with your different profiles. And then I have just a few different actuation points set for my movement keys, but otherwise that's pretty much it. Lighting effects, you can change those pretty easily as well. And then here in the mode settings, you can go through and enable the tachyon mode, which will basically just put your keyboard in its absolute fastest setting so that you can have the least amount of input lag and have the best performance in game. If your game is very sensitive to high polling rate keyboards, you can also set a specific tick rate depending on the game that you're playing. I don't know what like a CSGO or a Valorant is, but let's just assume that their tick rate is 60. If you run into issues using this keyboard playing those games, you can put your keyboard in a specific mode so that it'll work at 60 hertz tick rate, and then you can change your polling rate to make sure that you don't have any issues while you're playing those games. More or less, there's 2 different kinds of switches that you can get with this keyboard. They have the Gateron low profile magnetic Jade switches, and then they have the Jade Pros. I'm not too sure what the difference is. I think the Jade Pros just have a little bit less wobble, but otherwise, the magnetic Jades, I'm pretty sure, are fine. I don't think that the Jade Pros are any faster. With the Hall Effect board basically having the capability of having, you know, super quick actuation regardless, I don't think you're going to be able to notice a 0.1 or 0.2 millisecond difference when the keyboard is this fast. For $120 or $140, if you really want to ball out, this thing is an absolute great deal. I don't have any issues or complaints with it. The quality on it is absolutely great. And guys, I don't really know what else to say. 120 bucks buys you this fast of a keyboard, no modifications needed. It looks great, feels great. I guess the only problem is if you really have an issue with having purple accents on your keyboard, if it doesn't fit your desktop setup thematically. But otherwise, this thing is absolutely great for the money.